When we talk about the end, we usually mean the conclusion of something. But the end can also refer to something's purpose. Today's gospel reading from the daily lectionary anticipates the end, both the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, as well as the purpose of the church. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Wednesday, December 27th, 2023. It seems strange, just 2 days after Christmas, to read a gospel story from the Last Supper, but that's where today's daily lectionary reading comes from. It picks up in the middle of the story, as the Gospel of John tells it. That gospel account lingers at the table far longer than the accounts in the other gospels. The story revolves around a long discourse by Jesus, in which he gives the disciples instructions about how to conduct themselves after he's gone. Here's the setup. Jesus has washed the disciples' feet, demonstrating to them the message that he's about to teach them. Then we come to the pivotal moment when Judas leaves to betray him. That's where we pick up the story. When he, meaning Judas, had gone out, Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man has been glorified, and God has been glorified in him. If God has been glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself, and will glorify him at once. Little children, I am with you only a little longer. You will look for me. And as I said to the Jews, so now I say to you, where I am going, you cannot come. I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." You may recognize this as the passage we read every year on Maundy Thursday. In fact, Maundy Thursday takes its name from the word commandment, which in Latin is mandatum. And the commandment, the mandate Jesus leaves his disciples, is that they should love one another. Throughout the various writings associated with John, this theme of love for one another surfaces over and over again, not just in the gospel, but also in the epistles of John. And this isn't just any sort of run-of-the-mill love. It's not romantic love or general fellow feeling and warm regard for others. This kind of love is intended to bear witness to the love of God for the whole world. Ironically, for the disciples to bear witness to God's love, they must love each other first, even before they love the world. It is the love of disciples for one another that most closely mirrors God's love for the world. So naturally, the question is, what does this kind of love look like? Well, to return to the beginning of the scene, it looks like washing one another's feet, which, if you think about it, is the ultimate act of hospitality. So it means welcoming one another without condition. It means serving one another and caring for one another's needs. It means receiving each other, come what may. And of course, this isn't just a command to the original disciples. It remains a command for us today. To love one another isn't just a suggestion. It is the primary way we bear witness to the redeeming and reconciling love of God. If we can't get it together to love one another, then nothing else we say or do has a lick of meaning. Turns out then that love is the end, the purpose of the church. It's what we do. It's who we are. Tomorrow, caring for the least. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.